Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Myself Ganesh. Today we are talking about this Git and GitHub. So this Git and GitHub is the tool. So Git is nothing but the software and GitHub is the services. So services in the sense of storage. So whatever the code we have pulled out to the storage, so that storage is nothing but the GitHub. So this Git basically we are using to write our code under this Git software, and this Git is nothing but the source code management of the distributed version control system. So in last video we have discussed about this distributed version control system. So here in that workstation, that is my PC, and under this PC one repository is created one when we have installed that Git, right? And this repository will directly connect with your centralized repository, that is our GitHub, right? Using this push and pull concept. So when you are writing any code on your local system, so that time you are not use the internet to write your code, because your local directory is available on your local desktop. Okay, so now we are going move forward to this Git and GitHub. So this is the workflow, so where I have trying to show this Git, how this Git is work. So first we are working on my EC2 instance. This is my one EC2 instance and this is my second EC2 instance. So on my one EC2 instance, one developer is writing one code, and another EC2 instance, this is my another EC2 instance where another user are writing their code, right? So whatever the code is writing from this EC2 instance, it will directly push to GitHub, and then this another user will pull out that code and he will make the changes what he required. Okay, so basically this is my EC2 instance. Under this EC2 instance we are creating one directory. Okay, so when we are creating any directory, so this is my directory structure, and there are three stages, that is working directory, staging area and local directory. So whenever we install that Git, so first we need to initialize that Git using this git space init command. So once it initializes, there is some directory is created, that is /git, right? So under that directory, so this is nothing but our directory, right? So this is my directory, and there are three parts, that is working directory, staging area and local directory. So whenever we are writing our code, so that space is nothing but our working directory. So whatever code we have written, so that code will written under this working directory, and this is my staging area, right? So the code which I have written under this working directory, when you move to this staging area, so that process is called as add process. So that is nothing but we are moving our code from working directory to staging area. So that process is called as add. So using this add command, we are moving our code from this location to staging area. Okay, now so the code which we have moved under this staging area, now we need to commit it. So the commit nothing but we are taking that snapshot, or you can say we are saving this code from this staging area to local directory. So this is my local directory where this commit is having some commit ID. So that is whatever the code you have written, so that code is having some commit ID, and that commit ID is having this 40 numerical characters, right? And whatever this commit ID is available, so that is in unique format. And if you want to assign some tag for your naming conversion to search it for some particular name, so you can assign some tag to that particular commit ID. So you can add particular tag to that commit ID using this tag command. There is some commands we are use, so we will see that command in this next video. So this is the structure where this code is written in our EC2 instance. So this is the process. Now this is my GitHub. So GitHub is nothing but our storage. So this storage is centralized, which is available. Okay, so in this diagram, that is my source code diagram. So here you can see this is my server repository. So this is nothing but your GitHub, right? So this is your working directory. From your working directory, that is your local directory, and local directory you are committing your code to your local repository, right? And from local repository you are going to push that code to GitHub. So I'm moving into this Git slide. So here the code is available in local repository when you commit it, right? Now you need to push it to GitHub, that is in your storage, that is centralized. So this communication established by using your internet connection, right? So whatever code you have written on your EC2 instance, so there is no internet is required because local repository is already available. So there is no need to use any internet connectivity. So while pushing your code from local directory to GitHub, so it required internet, right? So here I'm just pushing my code from local directory to GitHub. So once this code is pushed to GitHub, so that code is available now on my GitHub central repository, right? So this is my central repository. I have mentioned with this arrow. Now whatever the now my another user who is working on same code, or you can say on same project, who is working on it. So if he want to some do some changes under that code, first he need to install whatever the configuration we have installed under this EC2 instance. So same configuration here also available, right? So there is also working directory, staging area, local repo. So these are the steps he need to follow. So when he need to check whatever the code is available on the central repository, first he need to pull out, right? So here we have push, and here that user, that is my another user, he will pull out that code from the central repository. So once this code is pulled out, so then he need to do some changes, whatever the changes he required on that code. So then he can do some changes, and again he will pull out, right? So same process he need to follow. First he will work under this working directory. So the code which he has pull out from this central repository, first he will modify something, then he will transfer from this working directory to staging area using this add command. Then this staging area to local directory he will commit it. Once it commit, then from local repository he can push it to the central repository, right? So this is the process. And again on my main EC2 instance, the user he can pull out, right? Again he need to pull out because he has push out that code from this local repository to central repository. And now again my EC2 instance, that is my first EC2 instance where the user is available, so that user he need to pull out that code, right, from this central repository. So this is the process we have used for this Git and GitHub. So GitHub is nothing but the your central repository, that is your storage. Okay, so there are some other concepts are available, that is branch, right? So branch is nothing but whatever the code you have writing. So this is my code, this is my code which I have written. So the code which I have written, that is, we are saying that is my master code, right? So that is my master branch. Okay, whatever the code he has written, so that is my master branch. So in this diagram, when this is my master branch and this is my commit, right? So this master branch is going in same flow, right? So this is first, so whatever the code he has written and some changes he had done, so here he can do one commit, again he can do one commit, and this is my last commit, right? So whatever the branches you have created, so there are sub branches we can create. That means whenever one user is working on any particular code, right, so that code is written in same format, so he is going in same flow. That is my horizontal line which I have shown. Now we can create sub branches of that particular master branch. So this is my sub branches, that is my branch 1 suppose, and this branch 1 whatever the code is written in my master branch, this is my master branch. So the code which I have written in my master branch, so same code will copied under this branch 1, right? So but this branch 1 is specific with that particular branch only. So whatever the changes he has made under this branch 1, it is not reflected to any other branches, right? So that means it is not, you can say it is not changes under my master branches, right? So whatever he changed in branch 1, so only that specific branch he had changed that particular code in that same particular branch only. Then again he want to commit it, then it will create another branch. And if all this code, if that code whatever he has written that code, and that code is approved, okay, so that means the code is now ready to merge with your commit, okay. So when I want to merge my branch 1 to with my master branch, right? So then you need to merge it with your master branch, right? So then the whatever the code is available in your branch 1, then you can merge it with your master branch. So this is the concept of your branches. So we will discuss this branch when we are doing this practical for this branch, okay. This is the another diagram. Same master branch is going in same flow. This is my master branch, and we are creating multiple branches, right? So if suppose this is my user 1 has created one branch, that is my master branch, and some other user also wants to work on that particular branch. So we can't disturb that particular branch, right? That is my master branch. So if suppose he wants to deploy any particular code, or he want to change something under that particular master branch, then we need to create some sub branches, that is called, that is branch 1, branch 2. So like that we can create multiple branches. So there is no limitation to create any sub branches, right? And if that branch is now ready to merge with your master branch, then you can merge it, right? So there are some other concepts are available, that is conflict and sub. So that will discuss in the lab. So we will do some demonstration for this Git, and we will if you want to check this difference between this Git and GitHub. So Git is nothing but the software, and GitHub is nothing but the service, right? It is installed locally on your system, because we have, this is software, and we need to install that software locally on your EC2 instance, or you can see your server. It is hosted on web, right? Because your local repository, that means in Git there is local repository is available, and that local repository will connect with your GitHub. So with using this web, so internet is required to communicate your local repository to your centralized repository, that is your GitHub, right? It is command line tool, right? So basically it is command line tool, and it is provides a graphical interface, right? So this is your graphical interface. It is publicly shared, right? It is a tool to manage different versions of edits made of files in a Git repository. It is a space of upload a copy of the Git repository, right? We have already discussed about this function. It provides these functionalities like version, control system, source code management, and it is a provide functionality of Git like VCS, source code management, as well as adding few of its own features. So these are the difference in between this Git and GitHub. So in next video we will do the demonstration over this Git. So how this Git will work, and how we need to create one account in your GitHub. So whatever the code we have pushed from your local repository to your centralized repository, so how it will reflect on that, and how we can pull it to our another server, in another server with the some destination users. So we will do this demonstration in this next video. So thank you guys, thank you for watching this video.
Right.